things. We didn't ladder from the top down and then figure out, okay, how does everything align? We just copied one for one. And of course it wasn't going to work.
You and I are both really big culture guys. To me, and look, we both live in technology and we've been doing this for a while. So much of this just begins, middles, and ends with the culture and this implementation within the organization. And yeah, I wonder if you could spend a minute talking about, if you have this amazing technology, amazing strategy, amazing whatever, if you don't have really, really clear alignment from the board, C-suite, all the way down to, the most entry level folks, whatever, if you don't have very, very clear alignment, I would love for you to sort of comment on like why that's the most important, and perhaps what you've maybe done to get, sort of the rank and file bought in to say, here's why we need to do this and what it means to you.
Tim, I have bad news for you then, because I've never ever been able to get alignment. It's usually very, very tough because you have culture and you have politics, right? And the thing is that these
Yes.
things are so ingrained. Like when I think about my time at Vodafone, I was leading global transformation for all 22 opcos globally. And one of the major problems we had is that all of these companies were huge, and or these opcos were huge, and all of the departments, they were actually designed to fight against each other, because if you sold more in retail, you would sell less in online, or you sold more in online, you sell less in retail, or sell less in telesales. All of these departments are designed to compete against each other. And the first thing that I tried to do was to fix that and to go to the CEO and say, no, you need to change that. And then every time I would say that, the CEO would be like, that's absolutely right. But then what would happen is when they would try to enact those changes, the head of retail would be like, all right, I'll accept that change. I'll cooperate with online if you ease my sales goals. Or service would say, okay, I'll participate with retail, with in-store retail service if you ease my support KPIs, so that my efficiency KPIs on support. And the thing is, of course, because the CEO reports to the stockholders or the board, and they report to the stockholders, essentially they were like, no, 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 no. These are what we report on. We can't change that. So then what it is, how I end up doing it is sort of understanding what instead of ignoring the politics and ignoring the culture, you have to embrace it. You know, I think one of the interesting things that I witnessed, when you were at Conair, was just how nice everybody was, and how sort of homogenous things seemed, but at the end of the day, a lot of the clients that I have, especially when you're looking at CPGs, larger CPGs and beauty, for instance, where all brands cannibalize each other, right? So it's about saying, how do I horse trade? How do I take their politics inside internally? And then how do I offer them something? So for instance, using the buy online, pick up in store example,